Tate Skinner, 5602 3rd Street, Sciotaville. I'm here on behalf of several citizens of Sciotaville, who believe, as I do, that any discussion of the city police patrolling any township in Scioto County is unnecessary. And I am here to speak in opposition to that. Allegedly, recently, Chief Brewer had proposed 24/7 police protection for Washington Township, and allegedly for the same price as they are currently paying for 2 deputies that are working 10 8-hour shifts. Of course, there are 21 8-hour shifts in a work week. Therefore, that leaves 11 shifts uncovered. And I've done a Freedom of Information Act request of the Sheriff's Office to obtain information, and I'm going to use some of that here in my 5 minutes that I have remaining. So the current amount that Washington Township is paying for 2 deputies is approximately $250,000. It's not possible to do 24/7 police protection with $250,000 and 2 officers if they were city police officers. That leaves 11 shifts uncovered. According to the information I received from the Sheriff's Office, it would take at least 5 officers to cover a 24/7 police protection for Washington Township. So that cost for approximately 5 officers would be around about $640,000. That's $390,000 shortfall that I believe would fall on the backs of the taxpayers of the city of Portsmouth, and that's why I'm here. So it's financially irresponsible to even engage in anything like that. Secondarily, it's a safety issue for the citizens of Portsmouth, because if that city officer who's patrolling Washington Township happens to need some help, that help is going to come from the city. It's not going to come from the county. So then you've got an officer leaving the city of Portsmouth to go help someone in Washington Township. Now, not always do those backup calls require just 1 officer. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. And just in Washington Township alone, within the last year, there were more than 80 times where there were 3 officers that were needed. So again, that would come from the city of Portsmouth, an officer or 2 or 3 coming from the city to help the city officer that's in Washington Township. What if it's a major criminal event? What if it's a murder, which is not uncommon, unfortunately, in our area? That's going to take even more resources out of the city to Washington Township. Now, being a Sciotaville resident, police protection in Sciotaville is a sore spot, and it has been for a long time. It is not adequately covered a lot of times. There is, on paper, 24/7 police protection for Sciotaville, but in practice there is not. Oftentimes it is left uncovered. The officers will go there. They go where they're sent to. It's not their choice. I have no issues with the officers. My issue is with the management issue of this. And to find out that there's a proposal to provide police protection for Washington Township when the Sciotaville issue of coverage has never been solved in my lifetime. There are often times where it's left uncovered. In fact, the driving habits of local drivers is altered because some of them will take advantage of that, believe it or not. And I invite you to go to the intersection of Gallia and Harding, 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. any weekday. You stand there and you tell me if you feel safe at that intersection. In fact, try to cross it at the busiest point at about 3 or 4 p.m. in the afternoon. They don't even hit the brakes, and they're blowing through there. So to hear that Washington Township is coming up, that is disturbing to me. I think those discussions should not have taken place, and I think they should be stopped. Speaking of Gallia and Harding, several pursuits have started there within the last couple of years, whether it be someone who's wanted, a stolen car, whatever. That's a pretty good thoroughfare, unfortunately, for a lot of stuff that's going on. And I'm not even talking about criminal activity. That's just traffic. So again, I'm here tonight to voice opposition to any discussions, much less a plan to provide police protection under any circumstance for any township in Scioto County. Thank you for letting me speak.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.